Hey guys, Kyle the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for One Piece Chapter 901. And this was a very interesting chapter. Like, it was very entertaining and, in a lot of ways, and very heartfelt chapter. Honestly, like I think if you were to give me any kind of chapter that really captured the heart of One Piece, I think this is one of those chapters for me that really captured it. But let's start off by talking about the bait and switch in this chapter. Yeah, Oda basically pulled a bait and switch, showing that Wadatsumi at the last second switched out the Sunny for the Sun Pirate ship. And for me, I kind of have a dual perspective on that, which is on one hand, I'm really happy that the Sunny wasn't destroyed because I don't think my heart could handle losing another ship, the Straws losing another ship. But on the other hand, I was kind of prepared to see what the Straw Hats or even Frankie, for that matter, would do in a situation where the Sunny was actually destroyed. Because this is again, this is Yonko territory. So I would have been definitely I wouldn't have been I wouldn't have been against the Sunny actually being destroyed, and just to see how Frankie as the shipwright would have adapted to it being destroyed and how he would go about making a new one. But I can then again maybe I think I can understand Oda's thought process in not actually destroying the ship, because as impactful as that would have been for me, I think in a certain way it would have also been too soon for it to. I think in a way it would have also been too soon for it to happen, because there was definitely this initial, like when I first read Chapter 900, there was definitely this initial fear I had about the Sunny being destroyed. But as the days went on and the more I thought about it, um, I I think the initial fear and shock of the Sunny getting destroyed would have been a very just initial fear and sadness of the Sunny being destroyed would have been a very would have been very short lived and a little less impactful for me. In fact, in many ways, I think it would have been a little anticlimactic. And with Oda, I know he doesn't. And with Oda, he doesn't do anticlimactic things. He doesn't do anticlimactic things. He does his best to make sure that it's a big, impactful, and climactic event, and that when he does something, it matters. Which is why we were so teared up, and we were so teared up about what happened to the Mary. Like he picked the right time in order to destroy the Mary and move on to the Sunny. So yeah, I guess looking back, I shouldn't have been so shocked that the Sunny wasn't destroyed. So yeah, it's kind of one of those things where you just gotta pick and choose as to what you would. You gotta pick and choose, I guess, in a way, as to how to view this. Personally, I think it was good that he saved it at the last second. To be honest with you, um, so this chapter was very heartfelt, and okay, there wasn't any actual death from my. There wasn't actually any actual death, I guess, from what I observed, but the emotions were definitely still there, and I thought in this chapter that I was only prepared to in order to feel my heart bursting out of my chest for basically for basically Wadatsumi's entire sacrifice. But Oda just said, "Hold my beer," and did it two more fucking times. Oda said, "Hold my beer" twice, and did it two more fucking times. He gave us a triple dose of feels in this chapter by throwing all the fishmen into the fray and Jimbe as well. That was just too much. I was literally speechless. And to put that third cherry on the top, Oda just had to throw in Luffy had to making Jinbei basically go out there in order to assist his fisherman brethren as a captain's order. Like Luffy, we know that when Luffy gives out a captain's order, those are some. That is some. You know he's taking shits absolutely fucking seriously. Whenever he actually gives someone a captain's order, like he doesn't give the Luffy as a captain. He doesn't do things. He doesn't do things. Luffy's a captain. He is very goofy, and he just doesn't. He doesn't. I don't think he knows like the basics of what it means. he doesn't know like all the technicals of being a captain, but he definitely knows the base emotional aspect of what it means to be a captain. And yeah, and whenever he gives one of his captain's orders, yeah, you definitely know shit is real and shit is going down. And I th- I think what Luffy I think with Luffy giving Jinbei that captain's order to in order to in order to die, if in order to say if it feels like you're going to die, don't die, sort of thing. I think to me that represents that Jinbei is basically now a full member of the crew. Like we've kind of been like with Jinbei throughout this arc, he's kind of been going a little bit back and forth as to whether or not he's actually going to join the crew. It wasn't until this whole climax started that I really felt that yeah, he's definitely joining the crew after this. But like here, I think this cements that yeah, he is definitely fucking part of the crew, and he's definitely he's not gonna die. Let's get that straight. He's not gonna die. I think in a small way, I think he might be protected by plot armor now, but we'll definitely have to see going forward. But yeah, look, Jinbei is now a full member of the Cap crew and what's what's really interesting though is even after like fully accepting that he's a member of the crew from basically Luffy's captain's order, is that he still has pretty much these strong instincts to fight alongside his fishman brothers, which is kind of funny in a coincidental way as his because if you think about it, what if you think about it, what is the one thing? What are the main things that Luffy looks for in a crewmate? He looks for them to have a dream. He also looks for them in order to have a strong sense of loyalty and friendship to pretty much everyone in the crew. Jinbei, of course, has both. He has a dream. He wants to ensure that fishmen and humans can live alongside peacefully. He definitely has the friendship and camaraderie aspect down of just being of having that long-standing like trust between him and Aladdin and the Sun Pirates and whatnot. So yeah, Jinbei is just full-fledged straw hat at this point. Um, the only thing that has me concerned is that the fisherman the only thing that has me concerned right now about this whole thing is that the fisherman's ship was destroyed, and and it has me questioning how are they going to actually escape. I mean, I know fishmen can move fast into the water, and that fishmen just naturally have these more powerful natural abilities compared to a regular human. But again, I know I keep sounding like a broken record when I say this, but this is a Yonko's fleet. Like, how are they going to actually natural abilities? No matter what species you are, will only get you so far. Oda has definitely proven that, and yeah, with their ship destroyed, how exactly are they going to get out of this? I'm wondering. Again, I know fishermen can move fast in the water, but even then, I think they would have trouble taking on or even just escaping the fleet on natural abilities alone. And what even makes worse is that with Datsumi out of commission, I think that even lessens their chances. So whatever Oda's got planned to help them escape, do it fast, do it fast, and do it strong. But then it's Oda. He always does things strong. So yeah. Now, let's talk about the last page. And yeah, I have a pretty good idea of what Big News Morgans is thinking of doing. And if he does actually write an article promoting, not even he isn't even thinking about he isn't even thinking about a prediction here. He's actually thinking of promoting either Luffy or the worst generation as a whole as actual candidates to be fucking Pirate King. You really have to Morgans is going to flip the whole damn world on its head In fact, even though he already holds a lot of influence and notoriety in the world just from being I think, an underworld broker and whatnot, like, this is really going to put him in the freaking spotlight. Like, he's definitely going to make a lot of freaking enemies and a lot of people angry in the world government from doing this for sure. And I think this is just going to I think this is even going to increase his notoriety and just put one giant ass target on his back. So, yeah. And it's, when you really think about it, it's actually, there's actually kind of an irony here if you think about it. Throughout this entire arc, for all the damage and ruckus the Straw Hats and their allies have caused, in the end, it'll be a single reporter, one reporter, with just enough influence to change things, that's going to cause the most damage. Oh god, that is just fantastic. Like, honestly, like, pretty much the reason why I'm laughing is because, as a in a weird, twisted, fucked up way, as someone who's actually a graduate of the broadcasting of the radio and television program at NATE, it actually, like a broadcasting program, one that dealt in news broadcasting, like, I actually can't help but feel a touch of pride for what Morgan is about to do. Like, again, it's fucking weird considering he's basically this big, considering he's basically a danger to the world. But this is one of those times where I'm just like, yeah, Morgan, do it. I'm as a broadcasting student, I'm with you all the way, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait after this article is released, after what Morgan is about to do, after the article he releases. I cannot wait to see Sakazuki's face when he reads that article. Like, he's gonna burn all of Marine HQ to the ground. And even more so than that, actually thinking, it's, how are the 5 Elder Stars, the guys at the top, the 5 Elder Stars, and hell, even the Celestial Dragons, like, everyone at the top echelon of the government, how are they going to react after this article is released? Like, they're basically going to lose. Everyone is going to lose their fucking shit. Like I said, Morgan is just going to flip the whole damn world upside down, and it is just going to be fantastic to watch. I'm going to get I just want to, and luckily we have a front row seat of this manga to see it all. Like, oh, Oda, I love you. You are you are definitely in a certain way, you are a sadist with this kind of shit, but I love it. All right. So now that I've had my fangasm, let's get on to the final point I want to make here. Big Mom is back at full strength again, and this is one of those things that really has me thinking. On one hand, her eating the cake was a distraction that gave the Straw Hats a brief moment to gain some latitude in the escape. But I wonder if they still managed to cripple themselves by helping to restore her sanity. I mean, yeah, they definitely gained an upper hand with the sun pirates pretty much changing the ocean currents at the end of this chapter, but how much is it actually going to help? Because pretty much all the area they're in is Big Mom's territory. She pretty much knows that entire land. She pretty much knows all of that area like the back of her hand. So, like, I want to say that the Sun Pirates changing the ocean currents like they have is going to help, but at the same time, is it going to be enough? Like, I want to. It's one of those things where I want to be optimistic, but if there's anything Oda has proven is that he just manages to throw every time I think they're in the clear, Oda manages to throw a new curveball, which pretty much dashes any kind of theory I have of them escaping. So I'm not holding my breath, but I want to believe this might be the change, but who knows? Who really knows with Oda? But yeah, guys, that's pretty much my review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Death Knight of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.